So this is like an hour out of Wellington? This reminds me of like any kind of country town in Australia.
Yeah. This is now the main airbase in New Zealand. They look dodgy as.
Now that's a pub. That's an old school pub. So we're getting kind of a bit higher, I feel.
It's quite cool as well. You can see all the sediment layers from the volcanic eruptions. Yeah, it's just cold out there, 7 degrees.
Look at that. Pretty impressive, isn't it? Kids driving you mad? We'll sort them out. The National Army Museum.
Yeah, now we head towards the mountain. But big.
That is all volcano. And I feel like my face is about to like freeze up. So,
that's snow there.
Down there. Jeez, whoa. Okay, I'm gonna tilt down this way. That is some very cool footage. All right, let's record and see what happens. So this is Levin. Is this right? Livin. Livin?
Livin.
But is it just Livin because of your accent?
Yeah.
Or is it?
Well, yeah. I mean, Livin, because we say the E's with an I.
Yeah.
Livin.
Wow. So this is like an hour out of Wellington?
Yeah. Well,
more?
Yeah. Nah, not even that. Probably 40 minutes.
New Zealand countryside. Just goes on forever. It's very green. It's not as green at home.
Oh no, we've had so much rain though. Like, just so much rain. These are all like, so this is all stop banks for that little river.
Yeah.
It's so, but this is how much flooding it gets.
So where are we going again? Mount
Ruapehu.
Ruapehu. Ruapehu.
Or Ruapehu.
Ruapehu.
Go up to Turoa, which is the other, on the other side, there's another ski field. And then we go through a place called Waihuru as well, which is the central army base in New Zealand.
Okay, sounds good.
So yeah.
Cows. So this is Foxton.
The Foxtown.
We've got wool and quilting. It's interesting. This reminds me of like any kind of country town in Australia.
Yeah. With 1,000 rangers hugged out front.
Yeah. And some machinery shops and like some old warehouses, some old houses, and then you're out. So what is it? What are the petrol prices here? $2.54 for 91.
That's cheap.
So anywhere between $2.50 and
$2.70 I think it was.
Yeah, we got 91. That's about $1.60, $1.70.
Oh my God.
At some of the cheaper places.
It's about $1 more per litre.
But in Melbourne, there's thousands of petrol stations.
Yeah.
But it's typically the independent ones that have to be like
competitive.
Yeah, and the big chains are a little bit more expensive. It's around $2 for 95 usually, but like I can get it cheaper some days. It just depends. Like on a long weekend and stuff like that, it's more expensive.
Yeah, there you go. That'll give you a mobile.
Yeah.
That's actually a lot cheaper. Oh my God, that's a lot.
You should come out here for petrol.
Yeah. I just spent
Too bad it's an hour's drive from your place.
I just spent $1.99 on diesel per litre. That was $1.87.
That's some thick forest right there. You don't have any snakes though.
Well,
See, all I can think of about, like, if I was to walk in, forests like that or whatever,
Yeah.
snakes everywhere, all that kind of stuff. But here, you don't have that concern. No snakes and minimal spiders, right?
Yeah. Whakapapa ski field.
I'm a bit worried about what's going to come up on the closed caption for that. I reckon it's going to, like, censor it.
Yeah, probably.
You know, the funny thing is, when I told my kids about it last night, you should have seen the look on their face, on the FaceTime. They were like, what did you just say, Dad?
What did you say?
And I'm like,
what word did you just say?
Whakapapa ski field.
Yeah.
What's your problem?
It's a word.
Exactly.
It's like whakatane. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this area from the last trip.
Yeah, so it's changed a lot. They've invested millions into the airbase.
Oh, yeah.
So this is now like the main airbase in New Zealand.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And this is where they send, so if there's any weather or stuff in Wellington, you'll get sent here to land.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Out here?
They'll process, yeah. It'll have to be pretty hectic to come here, but they have done it before. Depends on what's happening. If like airspace is closed or there's major issues, this is where they'll send you, because it's the only place that you can actually land a proper big plane.
So we're coming into, what is it? Bulls. So we're kind of going more inland than coast.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Whereas the coast drive takes you through, is it Wanganui?
Yeah, Wanganui.
Yeah. Then we're kind of going a bit more. There's the Bulls.
So this is the main sort of stop, I guess, out of Wellington.
Yep.
This is where we would normally stop, because it's really about the only place before
you start climbing the mountain.
Yeah, it's pretty. There's just nothing in between sort of here and, there's a few little Hunterville and a few other smaller towns, but nothing.
A log truck.
Oh, look at that one. Jesus. They look dodgy as.
Now that's a pub. That's an old school pub.
The Rat Hole.
Yeah. That'd be one of those pubs that you walk in and all the barflies turn around and look at you as if to say, where are you from? Yeah. City boy? Go back to the city boy. Which has happened to me quite a few times over the years in Australian pubs.
Oh, you've got to get the sign.
I'm just here to take a piss, guys.
Where's the sign? There's like the rent off, like the real estate is rentable.
Yeah.
The police station is comfortable.
Is that the other bull?
Yeah. Try and steal that, put that in the back of your case. Take that back with you.
I can see it on Police 10-7. What do you got in the back, mate? Oh, just a bull?
This Australian.
Yeah, I know it's a bull. Where'd you get it from?
This Australian man decided to steal a bull from bulls.
And he didn't get far.
Didn't get far with his bull.
You're going to have to put that bull back, mate. So we're getting kind of a bit higher, I feel.
It's quite cool as well. You can see all the sediment layers from the volcanic eruptions, like all across the bull this side. It's a big gully of, you can see all the cliffs, all the erosion, but you can see where it's all like different eruptions have covered and then uncovered. So you can see just over here.
It's just so different to Australia, this landscape.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just... I mean, you get this in some parts, these hills and things like that, but it's just so nice and so green.
When these big eruptions, these big volcanoes erupted, they just spread ash and sediment right over all of this. So we're just sitting on layers and layers and layers of different eruptions. And they probably go back, and all those sediment layers probably go back millions of years. And don't forget also, New Zealand actually rose out of the sea, so it was underwater.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
To a couple of million years ago where it came out of the sea. And then it's just basically built up with this, and it's just like eruptions. Blows up, scan, grows.
Sorts itself out, and then another one.
And then further up, you start to see these big boulders that have been scattered all around the land as well, from big eruptions that threw these massive boulders and rocks.
I get home and it's so boring where we are. Like I was saying to you the other day, there's not even a hill in Melbourne. I think the highest mountain in the northern suburbs of Melbourne, outside of Mount Dandenong and all of that, it's like 60 metres. And I walked up it with the dog the other day and I didn't even break a sweat.
The other thing as well, I mean, we've only been driving for 2 hours.
Yeah.
How much everything's changed.
Yeah, it has.
If you drove for 2 hours in Melbourne,
it would mostly be just, nice countryside, but it's and depending on where you are in Victoria and stuff, there are some nice places, but it's way browner, especially the country Victoria. Like Melbourne's not, but the countryside is very, very drought-ridden at the moment. That's a nice town.
Happy. Yeah, she's cold out there. 7 degrees.
7 degrees, yeah.
So I'm starting to head out to the cold up. A lot of old houses. Yeah. Cold old houses.
Yeah. 130 kilometres from Taupo, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what it said? Yeah. For your pine needs? How Tapu pine? Was I close?
I don't know.
How Tapu?
Oh, yeah, pretty good.
That sounds all right, doesn't it? We'll go with that.
Go with that.
Me and my trying to pronounce things. I can't even pronounce things at home.
No.
How am I going to do it here? You'd live a pretty quiet life if you lived around here, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. Pretty simple. Live off the land, basically.
Yeah.
It is the good thing is it's a state highway, so you've always got product coming through.
Yeah. Around here at night, driving would be difficult.
It's not too bad. You got a black road, so it's going to melt pretty quick, but still.
Well, I had the black ice crash years and years and years ago. Lake George on the way to Canberra.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You'd get a bit of that cold.
Yeah.
Canberra.
Well, what happened was it was like late in the evening. I was driving on the main highway, the federal highway, and then it was like, it was cold. Like it was down to, pretty cold temps. It's about an hour outside of Canberra, so it gets cold in winter. And then there was this big hailstorm that kind of came through at the same time, and it just kind of met the highway when I was on it, and then the road just turns to black ice instantly, and I just spun out, and everybody on the highway just lost traction. There were lots of accidents, and luckily they had the guardrails and everything done properly, so I kind of just went into the scrub. but I lost control of the car, and I was doing like 100 kilometers an hour. So that was pretty scary. The airbags didn't even go off.
Yeah, that's good. At least you can still drive it.
Yeah. Well, I drove it to like a rest area, and then called the insurance company and called Dad, and Dad freaked out.
There you go.
There she is.
Got a good coating of snow on it.
Look at that. Pretty impressive, isn't it? And like on the map, I saw it, like, it looks huge on the map.
Yeah. Well, there's 3 volcanoes in a row. So you got
3 in a row?
Yeah, so you got Ruapehu, and then next to it you've got Ngauruhoe, and then you've got Tongariro on the end. They're 3 active volcanoes all in a row.
Quite a bit of activity.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I mean,
as long as they don't blow, it's fine.
It takes 95, I think, was the last time it erupted. It was quite a big eruption.
And what happens when it erupts? Like, it just...
Oh, it's a problem.
The surrounding area just gets flattened with some...
No, it's because a lot of it... Because it's got a big lake right at the top of it.
Yeah.
So what happens is it causes a lahar. And what a lahar... Do you know what a lahar is?
No.
So a lahar is basically water going down the side of the hill. So it floods everything.
Yeah.
So what happens in Christmas Eve, I can't remember what year. Anyway, it erupted and it sent a lahar down the side of the mountain. And just as it was coming, there was a steam train that was coming along, and it wiped out the bridge, killed all these people on the train, took out the train bridge, and the train just basically plummeted into the water.
That's terrible.
So the mountain hasn't really killed, the volcano didn't really kill anyone, but the lahar that was caused by, because it's quite a big lake at the top of the mountain, it's quite a deep, so they monitor the lake, they've got all the monitoring equipment. So basically what they say is when it's heating, you're fine. As soon as it starts to cool, there's a block in the vent, and we could have an eruption at some stage. Now, all in here...
So you kind of get a bit of warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, to the right in here, this is all the army training area. So we're almost on the desert road, almost near Waiouru. So like, they do all the live firing and tank exercises and all that sort of stuff just in here.
Wow. And it's pretty impressive. For your safety, stay on the road. I think that sign said back there.
Yes.
Let's not get shot today.
Nope.
Kids driving you mad? We'll sort them out. The National Army Museum. A lot of the advertising here is
Clever.
very tongue-in-cheek. I like it. Sort your kids out. Send them here. We'll sort them out for you.
They're pretty much us.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, she's pretty impressive.
And look at that one on the right-hand side. So what's that one?
Ngauruhoe. And then as you sort of come around the back of Ngauruhoe, there's a Tongariro.
Yeah.
So there's I climbed to the top. We did a college trip and I climbed to the top of Ngauruhoe.
Yeah.
And it's like that steep. And it's
How steep? That's steep.
And it's got the problem with it is that it's all just rock. It's just a rock face. Loose stones. So
slippery.
The problem is if you run too fast, you basically cause a landslide. So you got to be
that's fun.
you got to be really careful and dodge rocks. So you've almost got to go down backwards and be watching.
That's not what you want to be causing
No.
for others.
All right, so here's the Army Museum here. So this is Wairau. So this is the big Army base.
They just, I just saw another sign for it, and it said, "Our V8 is bigger than yours."
So yeah, so that's the Army Museum there.
Nice small town.
Yeah, so
All the Oasis Motel and Bar, that looks good.
This is all Army. So the Army base entrance is just up here, and it's all just Army and Oakune. Yeah, now we head towards the mountain, but
Yes.
and we're all open. So basically what they did recently is that Desert Road is quite a long stretch of road,
Yep.
and they were resealing it, so they closed this for 3 months, so all traffic went down here, which is a lot. It's a lot more treacherous down here. Narrow roads. Geez, you wouldn't want to come down here at night. Look how wet the road is.
Well, it reminds me of that road that I drove that time when the main road was blocked off. And I ended up like on a side of a mountain range, and like the road just got smaller and smaller and smaller.
Right.
And like there were all these cliff faces right next to the road, and it was dirt roads, and I was like, this could be the last place I ever step foot. And it took forever as well, because you had to drive so slow.
Oh,
I was at a pothole.
yeah.
I thought you slipped.
Nah.
No? Oh, it reminds me of home with the potholes.
That was a save.
Good to see it's not just Melbourne that has big ass potholes everywhere. So this is a desert road. And you can see,
Desert Hub.
and Chris has got Hotel California on in his head because he's on the desert road. And everything is a song. Every moment in life, there is a song lyric to match it. I would say that the top is probably
It's
at the top of those fluffy clouds, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah. So on a clear day, that would be amazing, but you can still see how big it is. And then like below, it's kind of just, you can see just how, you can see where it gets the name Desert Road. That's Desert Road. Desert Road. See, I got dessert in my head now. What is for dessert?
That's hilarious. Desert Road.
Well, it's definitely Deserted Road. There you go, dad joke.
But
I need a dad joke counter. That'd be fun. How many terrible jokes can I do in the one recording?
one sitting.
Yeah. And I'll have you know, a lot. I can do a lot. What's this town called?
Oakune.
And this is like at the bottom of the
Base of the
ski
mountain.
field
Yeah, so
kind
it's
of
the
thing.
carrot town.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
the carrot.
The giant carrot.
Oh, why does everywhere have to have like a novelty
That's me.
fruit?
Exactly.
Australia's big on that too.
So carrot,
You know?
and then you got the gumboot and Thai Happy.
Yeah. It's a nice little town though.
Yeah, so very ski town. It is now. It's going to die though, because they're not going to be able to keep the ski field open for too much longer.
Why is that?
Oh, it's just going on. Just keeps going into receivership.
Ah, really?
It's just so hard. All it takes is a volcanic eruption, and then suddenly you know.
Yeah. I guess people aren't too keen on, you know, a disaster
Yeah.
coming.
No. Not after what happened to White Island. I think people were like, you know what? We have to be a bit careful here.
It's just a different kind of mindset because, like, in Australia, you don't think about any of that stuff.
No.
Ever. Like, there can still be things that happen, but there.
I don't even know where I'm going. I hope this is the way.
No, he's taking us off-road, everyone. So we have ice patches and Chris driving.
Shut up.
And as I said, I can't go back to hospital this trip, so we'll
Shut up.
No, we'll be right. Road is still quite wet though, isn't it?
Mm.
What's the temp outside?
7.
Yeah, that's not too bad. It's not that cold. All right. So this is the Tarua. What is it? Oh, geez, it is cold.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's colder than 5.
Yeah,
Don't you reckon?
there's the wind chill.
Yeah, that wind chill is something else. That's for sure. So you got the tobogganing and everything down here, yeah?
Yeah. So last time we were here, oh my God, I don't even think I can stay up for that long.
This is cold. This is actually quite cold. I'd do this with some gloves right now, but I didn't bring any. Oh, that's cool.
So I don't think you can get, I mean, you can go right to the top so you can get to the next one, but
Wow.
she hasn't got a lot of snow.
No, there's not heaps. And look at all that volcanic rock there. That is all volcano. Wow. And that's the chairlift that goes all the way up there?
Yeah, so you see where the fences are at the top?
Yeah.
So this is the one that I went up to the top. That's where I slipped. But yeah, there's just not a lot of snow.
Chairlifts are not easy to navigate though.
No.
I've slipped off a couple, just sitting on the chairlift and then
Okay, let's
just
keep
rolling off with the skiing. You are worse than me.
Oh my gosh. I should have bought another jacket.
You know, I'm okay, but it is cold, and I feel like my face is about to like freeze up. So if I stop talking, it's because I can't anymore. Wow. So you can learn how to ski here and everything. Toasty Joe's. I could go for a Toasty Joe's right now. Have a look at this map. Look at that. So where are we? We're there. 2,797 meters.
Yeah.
That's high. I can see when it's fully snowed.
So you see where we are, like there's not even snow
No,
anywhere
there's
else.
nothing here.
That's the car park that we're in at the moment.
And it's definitely not that snowy today.
It's
Cold though. It's freaking cold.
Unless you want to get something from the gift shop.
Nah, I could go for some gloves right now, but I won't need them when I get back down the mountain. It's
Pretty good though. Wow, the weather's really coming in now.
yeah, it's starting to really cloud over.
Killer.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. Oh. But
Fuck.
it was cold. Yeah. And you know, when you get in the warm car, that's when you realise how actually
cold you are. Okay.
it does. All right, we'll see you, Tarua.
That was the longest trip for a 5-minute.
For a 5-minute stay. 3 hours for a 5-minute stay. No, I like it. This shows us kind of just how far.
Put the window down, you can.
So,
that's snow there.
Down that. Oh, that's cold. That wind has really sprung up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And that's sleet.
Yeah. It'll snow.
Yeah, look at it there now.
It'll snow tonight.
Look at that. Look how fast it's going past now. Losing visibility as we speak. And it's just going, I don't know if you can see that on the video, but it's going like sideways. Yeah, cool.
Cool.
And when I say cool, I don't mean cool as in cool. I mean
cool as in
freezing. That is freezing bloody cold. Isn't it so different though? You get up here and it just is like that.
Yeah. And then down the bottom we'll find.
Yeah, we'll be back in the sunlight.
Yeah.
You can see where the sun is.
We're in the clouds.
Yeah. And that cloud came over very fast. Like when we got up here, there was only a little bit of cloud and it was coming over from the other way, that way. And then now it's just completely
so when it's too crazy, this is like overflow car park.
And what, you walk all the way up there?
Well, yeah, because it's obviously when it's snowing.
I don't know if that'd be a fun walk in the snow.
Oh, I don't even know where that goes. Oh, there's a
car park. Oh, waterfall. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Wowzers.
$2 degrees. There you go.
Oh man. Oh.
Oh look, it's got my snow warning on.
It'd be cooler if the radio just automatically flipped to vanilla ice baby, whenever you got a snow warning. Yo, it's vanilla ice. Here to tell you.
It's ice baby.
Wouldn't be as cold here. Not as cold here. Like somewhat cool, but
oh yeah, that's heaps better.
That's way better. This is manageable. Again. No snakes.
Oh, here's the helicopter.
No snakes. Love it. Oh, there's the helicopter. All right. She's, whoa. Okay, I'm going to tilt down this way. Look at that. All right. I feel like it's nighttime here. 11 in the morning, feels like 6 at night. Look at that. The drop is quite some distance away. It's hard to see, but that is still working out this camera. I reckon I'll be into my 100th YouTube video still working out this camera, guys. Sorry about that.
Like and subscribe if you want more of me trying to figure it out. That's quite.
I should record myself.
That is amazing.
Watching another YouTube video telling me how to set up a freaking camera properly. Yeah, how good is that? It's nice, isn't it? That is some very cool footage. You can get pretty close to it. And there's the launch pad.
Yeah, ready?
Chris just pretended to throw me over the side, just for those playing at home.
playing along at home.
This was your plan all along.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that this was going to be what we were doing. Yeah, so this is probably the most adventurous I've been for a very long time. Just do it. Just do it, Boz.
You doing all right?
Yeah.
Heart rate's all right?
I think I want to go back down.
What don't you like about this?
Everything.